Guys, I just got done washing this tray and rocks, as you have to do every so often if you have a marble jar or tray like this that you have plants sitting in with extra water for humidity. And these guys, as you can see, are Venus flytraps, and the reason I wanted to make a video right now— sorry, my kitty's making noise. It's making sure she wasn't getting into my plants. Okay, the reason I wanted to make a video of these right now is because they are in their dormant phase for winter. And a lot of people don't realize that tropical plants have dormant phases. And while they don't go completely dormant because they're tropical and there's no really cold weather to force them into dormancy, and they wouldn't be hardy enough for that anyways, they do completely change their growth pattern. And it can be kind of scary when, like, if you buy one from a store during the summer or spring, and then in the fall, everything starts dying back and the traps get really small. You can see how tiny these are. And these guys usually have quite large traps. They're at least an inch, inch and a half across. And but when they go dormant, they have this low growing foliage, and they still have the fly traps on the end of their leaves. And as everyone probably knows, these black fly traps are normal die-off. Fly traps only open and close a certain number of times before they are done, and the leaf dies back and they make a new trap. And so if all of your traps suddenly start turning black, a lot of times that's from a lack of humidity, especially if you have just brought it home and taken it out of a little enclosed plastic container. These are a different variety. I've never seen these larger ones available in like a big box store, but all of them have this similar type growth pattern when they go dormant. So if your Venus flytrap suddenly starts dying back and not shooting up much, don't panic if it's wintertime. They still like a lot of light, bright light, and a lot of humidity. These trays, I usually keep it full of water, which it's empty right now because I just washed it and I have to refill it. Use distilled water only on these guys. It's really important. Some people think that it's just because of the chemicals, which it is partially because of the chemicals and fluoride and such, but it's also a lot because of the salts that are in water, like hard water. They just do not do well with hard water at all. So where I am, we have great well water, but it is hard. And so even though there's no chemicals in it, I still have to use distilled water for these guys for them to thrive. And that's pretty typical of most tropical carnivorous plants. They do the best with rainwater, but in lieu of rainwater, we've had a pretty dry summer here. I'm hoping soon it'll start raining and we'll be able to collect plenty for the winter. But in lieu of rainwater, distilled water works just fine. And I think that's all for today. I just wanted to show you these guys while they're dormant and help anyone out who might be having a panic that their plant is changing as the weather changes, because like I said, a lot of times we don't think of tropical or even desert plants as having dormant periods, but they definitely do. They just don't always die all the way back. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll say hi to the kitty here who's joining us, and happy growing!